from the British guys, you're a toss pot.
Okay.
Oh, so
I'm
we can see
definitely-
ourselves?
Yeah, we
Oh,
can
we
see
see
them.
Steve.
Steve-O.
Yo.
Oh, I'm the new tech guy.
Oh,
I guess.
God. And there's Brad licking himself. Is he giving himself a
Licking
cat bath?
himself?
Did you see that?
I think he was maybe scratching
he was
his
like-
shoulder.
Hey,
Cat bath.
Oh, there
Brad.
he is.
Steve-O, ask Brad a question for me.
Brad.
Say, did that gecko make it that was on your windshield?
Oh, yeah.
It made it.
He made it.
Where was he
Oh, I
going?
was so worried.
Home, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I guess the gecko needed to come down this way too.
He needed to sell some insurance.
Brad sent out this Snapchat. And he's driving on the highway, and there's this gecko on his windshield.
That's the story.
That's a story. I was so
That's
worried.
all you
He
seen on the
was
snap.
driving.
But he didn't know he was there.
You know he's there.
How? It was right there in front of his face.
Well, it was there now.
Yeah.
It's still there to this day,
The
clinging
gecko-
on for dear life.
Right now?
In a parked car, yeah.
Yeah, it
Driving
it
anymore.
sat in the
Really?
sun too long. It got all dried up, and
Died.
It's dead?
it still clung to the windshield though.
Really?
No,
Okay.
Did you guys know that Snapchat had a porn section?
Huh?
Yeah.
well, isn't that what Snapchat's for?
It's like
No.
it's called Cosmo After Dark, and every Friday they do like hardcore porn.
Did
on
you
it.
just start this? Are you plugging this? Did you
No,
make this on
No.
Snapchat?
having a teenage child, we kind of monitor the social media stuff to see what they can and cannot get
That-
into.
that's your
Let me tell
excuse.
you.
Yes.
Tell you,
Give
kid,
Jerry some ideas.
don't ever get on
All right,
that
so-
Snapchat.
So tell all
after
the
dark
listeners
thing.
again.
Yeah, what is it called?
what to
It's
look
called
out
like
for.
it's called Cosmo After Dark.
Cosmo After Dark.
Yeah.
Don't go
Is-
on that,
And
kids.
I'm speaking truth. I don't have Snapchat. I don't know.
Is the
what it's
Snapchat
about.
like not icon? What is it? Avatar of Kramer?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't get the joke. Sorry.
I don't know. I don't get the Kramer thing.
Cosmo Kramer.
I mean,
That's
yeah. Oh, because it's called what now? Cosmo something? Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry. I should have been right there with you.
Cosmopolitan,
We're sorry, Patrick.
We're very sorry.
Seinfeld. Welcome to Verbal Assault. My name is Nathan Eckel. This is a podcast loved by immigrants everywhere, both legal and otherwise. Jerry Redacted is back.
I'm back.
He's back.
Dave still not here.
No,
No.
We don't need him.
we still
Has anybody actually talked to him? I mean,
Actually, no.
we're still fucking with Dave.
I have received 2 Snapchats from Dave this week on separate days of a Food City parking lot.
Were they
Food City.
X-rated? Since that's what Snapchat's about now.
Nope. It was just purely a Food City parking lot. And
Shopping cart.
I got 2 no, it was just a picture. There was nothing out of the ordinary about these pictures. It was just 2 pictures of a Food City parking lot.
Why?
That is the correspondence I've had with Dave
So-
this week.
I was on PUBG Mobile yesterday
Where are
evening.
you now?
Huh.
And
You know what the
and
what
Dave-
the cool kids are doing?
Dave was on 3 hours earlier. So,
Yeah.
Huh.
'cause it-
Oh my goodness.
so I know that he's been playing some PUBG Mobile.
oh, so he's got a little time for some gaming.
I haven't played that in a bit.
How was that, Jerry? You play it?
PUBG Mobile.
Did you get a chicken dinner?
I did get a chicken dinner.
Did
I
you?
got
Really? Did
Yeah.
you
What level-
really?
What
Yeah.
level are you?
Holy shit!
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. I don't.
Are there levels?
Yeah.
There are now. It's a new update. I don't care about any of that crap. I just want to play. I don't want any of the extra.
You just
shit.
want to kill
Like a
people.
true gamesman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how accurate are the guns? And I am hearing an echo of myself a little bit. I don't
That-
know.
Yes, Steve. Can't be.
I don't know what the MOA is on them, but
Well, I
yeah.
mean, like they label the guns, right? Like, are they?
Yeah.
Are you like questioning if it's like Grand Theft Auto with a car?
Well, I'm just curious, how realistic the guns are.
What's that sound?
somebody's got music playing.
Oh yeah, hey Brad, could you turn that down?
Brad.
Brad watching porn on the live stream.
Brad with his cat bath and watching porn.
Cat Bath and Brad.
But Dave actually introduced me to it, and I don't have a console, so I play vicariously through Twitch and PUBG Mobile.
Isn't that
Yeah.
precious?
It is
That-
precious.
this
Look, these
this
guys
is
are Rocket
Dave
League.
and Todd are like the biggest fucking gaming evangelists. If they believed in Jesus, the whole world would be saved. It's fucking ridiculous. They will hound you for years
to get an
to
Xbox.
play. Yeah, to get an Xbox to play a single game. They will hound you.
Todd might even buy you a
and
console.
hound you.
So-
yes,
so funny.
console to play the game. He will spend $400.
We had a conversation about that tonight, actually.
Is
Because
it Jerry's turn?
my wife and I have had a conversation about the Xbox, and we were in Nashville last week, and we went to a Louis Vuitton store, which was a fucking mistake. And there was a handbag, not a handbag, a clutch that was $1,400.
Oh, we forgive you for that mistake.
And I was like, no, not happening, and not happening. And later on, we were walking around, and she's like, you could get an Xbox if you want. You just give me that clutch. And I said, nope. And I told Todd the story, and I said, if you really, really want me to get an Xbox, just fork out the $1,400.
Buy my wife.
Yeah, buy my wife.
It's
the clutch.
it's a
Yeah.
clutch.
Don't buy me the Xbox. but
Clutch.
Buy this clutch.
Yeah.
And
As
he's
in
like,
it's a purse, but it's smaller than it is useful.
It's called a clutch because you clutch it in your hand.
Right. It's,
Praying to
it's
God
not
nobody's going to
quite
rob you.
As
see,
it doesn't have the utility.
with the long-term marriage that I'm in, I understand the use of the clutch. I've seen them in use, and I kind of
What is
understand.
the use?
Tampons.
No, I don't have any experience with those. But
What else?
in certain outfits, large purses just don't work. I sound so gay right now, but my wife is very fashion conscious, and so I have to pay attention.
Yeah.
And I am not gay, but
Thanks for
Yeah,
clarifying.
that's
you're welcome
never-
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you get a backpack, bro. It's a purse
Fanny
for a man.
Fanny
Everything.
pack.
Because it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if it doesn't go with your outfit because it's behind your outfit.
Yeah.
Right, it's always following me.
Sometimes the behind is the
you
outfit.
you need a backpack to load your Miller Lite with.
You got to.
That's right. That is absolutely right. Nathan,
Steve-
you reminded me of
Yeah.
a time that I got into trouble at school. I was in like sixth grade, and I was a class clown. I was cutting up, in those most time when I was in school, I guess. But we were talking about I think it was maybe a Secret Santa or something was coming up, and the teacher was like, here's the rules. We're gonna do, everybody's gonna draw a name, and everybody's gonna get something for anybody. And I guess just trying to impress my friends, I just blurted out, "What are we gonna get the girls? Tampons." I got in so much trouble for that shit. Like, I had to go to the principal's office and have a sit down. Of course, all the administration were women, and so they didn't take my teacher at the time was a woman and
Humorless,
a
angry.
very feminist type,
Yeah.
mad, angry woman.
Yeah.
And she didn't like me saying that. It was very offensive, and so I had to go speak to the principal, and then she wrote a letter home to my mom. And
Did she ask you, do you know what a tampon is? I feel like they.
and she probably would have stumped me on that too, because I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't would have been able to explain exactly what they were at that point.
I think tampons would be a thoughtful gift. It
True,
saves
they're
it,
expensive.
it saves you from going to the store to get them.
Yeah.
And I know girls that age don't like going to the store to get them.
And
I had a
True.
sister.
do not use tampons for wounds. They
What?
are terrible. they are not useful for first aid.
So when did you try this?
Well, I've had to learn combat life saving and
Really?
everything over my career
No way.
in case people get shot and stuff. And there's online there's a lot of bad information, surprising, but people
Well,
say,
why don't we just stop doing stuff that gets people shot? Hallelujah.
I mean,
okay,
isn't a tampon it's got to be as good as a bandage, right?
no,
it's
because when
not.
you basically pull it out, it pulls all the clots out and you bleed.
Oh yeah, because it's so porous, everything just seeps into it and then dries and hardens, and then
Yeah, they're terrible for
Sounds
wounds.
disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like gauze. Gauze is like
Ugh.
gauze is
Welcome
the
to
same
my
way.
life.
Well, it's not just for gunshots. I mean, deep deep punctures for
Stab
knives.
wounds.
Yeah,
Like, oh god, you're talking about actually like inserting it
Yeah.
into a.
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
I was
Why-
thinking just like laying it on
no,
top.
no. Like if
No.
you've got a puncture in your chest or something, people are literally putting tampons in there because they're thinking, or
Ugh.
It's
Or
an
even, like,
epidemic.
even this is gonna sound really bad, but really bad Jesus Christ. Noah's.
Blowjobs.
I almost said
Really bad.
Really
Really
blowjob.
bad
blowjob.
It was such a bad blowjob. Wait, who's at fault here?
no nosebleeds. You know, people are shoving tampons up their nose.
I've seen movies where
And
people do that.
that's terrible. Do not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
See, when you said that they're not good for wounds, I was thinking, yeah, just like rolling one on a cut on your arm, and I'm like, well, that probably wouldn't do very
No.
much. But
No.
actually inserting it into a wound, even though that's something I do, it's
Old hatchet,
Yeah.
the old hatchet wound.
it just sounds so unpleasant.
All right. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
everybody?
What about
Yeah.
me? What
Pat-
about me?
what?
Becca Penland.
Ask me these words. How are you?
How are you?
I don't know. I haven't tried me.
Uh,
Whoa!
Whoa.
So glad to have Jerry back.
Whoa. Patrick Everett.
What's up?
How you doing?
All right.
He's just
Been
all right. Look at that. He's just
chilling
all right.
out for the past 2 hours, waiting on Becca and Jerry here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got Benny Hinn over here slicing people with lightsaber.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah.
Ah.
Hit him with the Holy Ghost.
What?
It's just
Oh,
I
that's
can't
that.
imagine what it looks like to y'all because it's really pixelated to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
it is.
no, it
It's
looks
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
Looks good. Looks
Yeah.
good.
You just see this dude just
Dude,
cutting
Benny
down
Hinn.
people with his
Bad
lightsaber.
listeners can't.
I remember
Follow it on the live stream.
my old preacher. Remember my old story when I was in a cult?
Yeah.
My old pastor saying that from as they say, the pulpit,
Mhm.
saying, and this was one of the good things he said in all the years. I say he said a lot of good things, but one of the good things he said was, I would not piss on Benny Hinn if he was on fire.
I like that.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
it.
Take it,
Take-
Benny. Take that lightsaber, stick it in his head.
Steve-O, you posed a question that I liked a lot. I'd
Okay,
like to.
yeah, I thought you would. Yeah. Now what was it? Okay, yes. All right. So suddenly the population of the Earth is replaced by clones of you. Now, what are the greatest problems facing the world because of your clones? To be clear.
Are they all replaced at the same time?
Yeah, yeah. All of a sudden, you wake up one day and everyone on the planet is replaced by a clone of you. Like every position in every government or job or anything you can imagine. It's all replaced by a clone of you. You're a homeless man. You're the president. You
Is
know,
this
you're-
day one? Like
You.
everybody wakes up and it's
This is your in your
Our-
hypothetical. It's just you. In my hypothetical, it's just me.
well, I imagine there's gonna be a great shock and a lot of suicide.
Is that what
So
you do?
suicide.
Well, I'm just thinking because everybody's gonna be waking up like, oh shit,
No.
There
don't
I
think so.
am.
I think you're.
You're
putting
not
way
gonna be
too much into
normal.
I mean, is
this.
that how you would react? Is that how you and all your clones would react?
They're gonna
you.
react way because you're seeing everybody as you.
No, I think you're looking at this a different way than it's intended.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more of just like, imagine that you were the president. What problems would the world face if you're the president? But imagine that for everyone in the world. Like
Hmm.
your
Everybody
problems are
was
now
like
the world's.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I guess don't think about the transition from like the world is normal to now the world is all me, but just like
How
Okay.
weird it
just
would
imagine a world where every person is you.
Oh, okay.
Now,
problems.
using your knowledge of yourself, what are now the greatest world problems?
Hmm.
I know for me, it'd be everybody just want to sit around and think about how cool shit is and what the possibilities are, and nobody ever want to do anything. Hey, let's go wassailing and talk about shit.
I don't know if I feel like if everyone was me, there would just be constant war because I'm so competitive. But
Yeah.
competing against myself, who's also as competitive, that would be really rough. It would be a bad time.
So there wouldn't be a lot of change from the world as it is today.
Right. I guess not.
I don't know. Today I was scheduled. I was scheduled as if somebody else did it. I set the alarm to get up early. I was going to work out with my friend Chuck. It's what we've been doing 3 days a week. And I get out there and he doesn't show up. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, oh, I forgot. I got all this shit going on. Okay, fine. And then I was heading toward the other gym, the better gym, because we were working briefly. We were working out at this church gym because he had to bring his grandson with him, and they don't allow kids at the real gym.
The good
So
gym.
we're going to the free gym. So I'm mad. I'm heading
Robo
toward,
gym.
yeah, I'm heading toward the real gym, and I'm just like, this traffic is so bad. I cannot. It's crazy here. I don't know if y'all noticed. I used to live in Houston, and the traffic here is worse. It's worse than in Houston. It's fucking awful, and I'm just
In
getting angry.
Maryville?
Yes, yeah.
Maryville's bad.
And I'm getting angrier, and I'm like, I want one of those chicken salads from Chick-fil-A. And I go over there, and there's 2 lines wrapped around the building twice.
Mm-hmm.
I get angry. I get angrier and angrier, and I'm like driving down. I'm like, I'll go to the Chick-fil-A on Kingston Pike. I'll go to that one. I'll drive.
No way.
Bad
Go to
choice.
Foothills Mall.
I'll go to
There's
that
one
one.
in the mall, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, nobody goes to the mall.
Not Chick-fil-A.
I do. I do because they give like a 50% discount to military.
Oh, fuck yeah. Just that one?
they should.
Yeah, just the one in Foothills Mall.
Anyway, I got to the other Chick-fil-A, and it was the same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just a line wrapped around, and I got angrier, and I just kept driving.
And they
I
have
got
that
angrier.
stupid double-sided drive-through where you have to drive through one with like somebody in the passenger seat. That one on Kingston Pike.
Well,
Oh.
I just kept driving.
I wonder how
And I
that
drove.
liberal boycott of Chick-fil-A is
drove.
doing.
Huh.
Yeah, it's great.
I just started going in.
Yeah.
Just go in.
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
but there's 20 families in there.
Mhm.
There's 100 kids.
And they're like, who's this?
I can't
He
I
doesn't
can't
even have a family.
imagine everybody in the world not being able to handle it, just being like, I fucking hate you, and I'm just gonna keep walking.
And they're in
That's what it's be like.
they're in the jean dresses, aren't they?
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
Earth people
Yeah.
Jorts.
their grandmas in
that
jorts.
can't
Yeah.
ever cut their hair.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
against their religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So yeah, in my world, nobody would talk to anybody else, and then you just go home and sit on the back porch and drink for 3 hours. You know, actually, that sounds pretty good. I don't and then you'd all do a podcast together.
Yeah. I did-
Try to host it.
Yeah.
The whole world would be a bitch
Be a
if
bitch.
it was all me.
You just call yourself a bitch.
Clearly.
I might as well call myself a bitch too, because a lot of people that I know call me grumpy all the time. So
Grumpy
I guess
bitch.
if it was the whole world of me, it'd just be
Yeah.
a whole world of grumpy people.
We would be.
Pissed off.
Yeah,
So,
mine.
of course, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we
Oh.
wouldn't be grumpy because
Be doing everything your way.
bothering us. It'd just be me. I'm not grumpy with myself.
Wouldn't be
I
outside.
mean,
of
nobody
that.
treats me as good as me.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that gets on a thing is better than Dave.
Oh wait, wait. Speaking of Dave,
Oh wait. Oh.
yeah.
Did
Speaking
you-
of Dave, hold on. Let me mask the masked phone numbers here.
The phone numbers.
Yeah, we got a mask phone numbers.
His phone number
Yeah,
out there.
I'm gonna put.
Dave's phone
I'm
number
gonna
out there.
put in the show notes that we're still getting lame voicemails from Dave.
Dude just can't give up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Hey guys, I am at the location site that y'all wanted to meet at, the International Towing and Recovery Hall of Fame and Museum, and I'm here when y'all say. I'll give you another 15 minutes. I'll talk at you, I guess, when you get here. And I'm going to get the brochures like we talked about, and I'll have that stuff ready to go for when you guys get here. All right, I'll talk to you later, I guess. See you, bye.
You guys didn't believe he would fall for
I
it.
got-
No,
Dave.
because he
Dave.
would not want to do the freaking flat Earth people shit.
No,
Dave.
I can't. But I knew the whole time he was gonna fall for that. And
He's
we,
the
when we
most
told
gullible
him
grandpa.
we were gonna go to the International Tow and Recovery Museum, I knew he'd fall for it.
Yeah, well, he's
I
totally
went.
stoked
I
about
saw it today. I
He
know.
was
it.
Old stuff, great.
He was very excited for it, and you know, I thought I would feel bad, but I didn't. And that's what the world would be like if everybody was me.
I feel great because I'm here and he's not.
Poor
Well,
guy.
that's sweet. Hopefully, he hangs around longer, and we'll hear from him again.
So, did Patrick or Steve-O have an answer to that question?
Mine would be I would not be. Everybody would not be outside during the summertime. It's so hot.
Just be
The world would just stop.
Yeah, it would just stop. Everybody stay inside.
What about
Like
when it's cold?
Oh, I'm fine with the cold. Just
Oh.
heat. I can't stand.
Yeah.
Can't stand it. Nothing would get
if,
done.
If there was anybody that wasn't a clone, they would just be out looting. But since there isn't, it's
Mm.
just dead empty
Yeah.
streets.
Yeah. No business would be done.
It's like Spain in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like the first time I spent time over there and I enter a town and it's in the wrong time of day, around 5, they just close it. Everybody closes. And so you walk into a town
Yeah.
and you're like, I need soap.
Yeah.
I haven't taken a bath in 2 days. I need soap.
Yeah.
I can't get it.
Yeah.
Everybody closes. It's siesta. Everybody closes.
Yeah, when I lived in Savannah, like I would do all my shit before 11 o'clock, because after that point, it just got hot as balls down there.
She's like, yeah, move
Yeah.
to Alaska or some shit, you know, if it's that bad.
There you go.
In Savannah.
I don't think it ever gets.
I mean,
Dude,
you
can't be
still don't
outside
like
in
the heat
summer.
here.
I don't like it here, but I'm in AC most of the time, anyways.
Yeah, I gave you mine. I'm not sure how to elaborate on it. You know,
Sorry, I'm drunk, Evo. What
everybody just want to like sit around and talk about cool
Yeah.
shit and you know what the human race could be doing and how cool it would be if we were traveling the stars, but nobody would take the time to learn how to do it.
right.
Yeah, that'd be pretty much it. Nothing would actually get done. So the lights would go out, the water would stop running, you know, because we'd figure out other ways to cope. It'd be like, hey, just hey, talk to my buddy me down at the Walgreens. They sell those life straws. We'll just drink out of the ocean.
But me.
You would never have to pay for anything again.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's enough, you know, batteries to last, you know, a few weeks or something. You know, we use those.
They're all the same age too, right? With these clones.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want some fucking old version of me trying to spit wisdom.
What different versions of you?
So we do have a comment. Tom Ashcroft says
Ashcraft, yeah.
Ashcraft, sorry.
Ashcraft.
Sorry. The only problem that matters is the same for anyone's clones. Extinction. No one has enough variety of skills to survive long term.
This is true.
Wow.
It's a good point.
That is the serious response.
Bringing the
Or-
real answer.
Or like some of them develop these skills.
Not in my world.
It's their copies.
If I can watch a YouTube video about it, then we're good.
Yeah.
If I got to sit in class for 4 years, not good.
Well, that's like that makes me think of the Sam Harris thing. Like Sam Harris believes that there's no such thing as free will.
Right.
And basically what he says is, let's say you make a decision, whatever that is, in whatever situation, serious decision, mild decision, whatever. If you were to go back 20 seconds in time and then replay that instance, you would still make the same decision. And that's kind of his way of saying, like, basically, you're going to make whatever decision you're going to make and it's going to play out. So think about a whole world of just you and everybody is thinking the same thing and making the same decision. And it kind of goes along with what Tom's saying. It's just, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, everyone's hardwired a certain way that we don't we don't realize, and yeah, we have the illusion of decision is his idea. I mean, it's a hard one to grasp, and I really respect Sam Harris. And it's not that I disagree with him. It's like, really, can it really be that way that all of my decisions are not really my decisions, and I'm hardwired to do one or the other at all times? I mean, like on any given day off, you can decide to go and do X, Y, or Z, or you can stay home and chill, and both are completely acceptable to any onlookers and probably to yourself. So I feel like I'm making a decision, damn it.
Right, that's the idea. The idea is we make ourselves think we have free will, and we feel like we do. And
I think
basically,
when he's using I'm not sure if this is exact, but he's using an example of like if you take a murderer, there is no potential possibility that he could have ever not been a murderer. He was always destined to be a murderer, not destined in like the cosmic or like a religious sense or spiritual or anything, but like just you're hardwired to be that type of person that's able to take another life outside of self-defense, of course. Some people are hardwired to be able to do that, and some people are just not. Most people are not, I guess.
yeah, I don't know if I really agree with. I get what he's saying, and it makes complete sense. But I kind of feel like there have been enough times that I could have gone either way. And even if let's say you rolled back the clock 100 times, maybe there would be one time when I went this way because it was that close. But it's just like one of those questions where it's like you can't. There's no way to test that.
You can't prove it.
And we all feel like we have free will, and that is basically enough. Because if you don't feel that way, then you go down a long dark road and you end up fucking, I don't know, laying down on train tracks somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, Barry?
I don't know. I've never laid down on train tracks.
Should try laying down on roads.
Try to lay down on the road, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't talk about our trip last week.
No.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it.
We went and saw those bust-ass fireflies.
I was let down.
Busters.
I was let down.
Yeah.
You were let down.
There was some,
yeah.
yeah, by the fireflies.
It was
There several
subpar.
times about the fireflies. I was like, oh, this was it.
Yeah,
Well, that wasn't it.
they weren't
To
performing.
be clear, it definitely wasn't. I mean, the fireflies, like normal fireflies, were out, just
Yeah.
random blinkers, and they weren't really all that bright. And there were only a few of the synchronous ones. So
But
we
no,
sat in the woods for 3 hours. Oh wait, sorry, what?
I said I had fun with everybody though,
Yeah,
hanging out and everything.
yeah. The other family that wandered up on us, out of I don't know, what 5 square miles of woods to choose from.
How did you get them to leave us alone again?
Can you read it?
Well, I didn't even. I don't remember why. Why were we talking about Breaking Benjamin?
Because Breaking Benjamin has a
Question
song.
everybody asks when they talk about Breaking Benjamin.
Breaking Benjamin has a song called Firefly.
Oh,
The Firefly song, that horrible Owl City Firefly song, and then we were talking about Breaking Benjamin.
Believe your eyes. In fireflies.
Oh God.
Lit up the walls. You fell asleep.
Oh, I'm getting
No.
chills. Like,
yeah. But
You
no,
weren't-
that's not what I was singing. I was singing "You're So Cold" by Breaking Benjamin real loud. Like,
Give the listeners a
For
taste.
a very long time, though. Like, that's
Yeah.
the thing. It wasn't just like for a second. It was at
it was
least,
like a verse and a chorus.
yeah, it was a lot of very loud singing.
Well, it's
And they
just-
left at the end.
that's just the thing. It's like
Well,
imagine
if the
being
performance is over, you leave, right?
yeah. Just imagine being alone in the woods in the dark, and then just these people just decide
Been
to
there.
walk up and just stand by you.
It's
They
weird.
just stand there.
You don't know me.
Well, maybe
I could be a murderer, and you
it's-
just coming up here to stand by me in the dark.
maybe they were murderers.
It's a possibility.
But
Well,
the song is
Hey,
Stand
they
By.
don't make their choices.
they maybe because it's the middle of the woods and it's really dark and everybody only has red flashlights and it kind of feels creepy out there. Maybe they felt safe being around other people. They
Maybe
heard
they
us.
thought we were like a family, like they were.
Yeah, and then we quickly made sure they knew we
This is a
weren't
big family drinking in the woods.
Yeah.
No kids.
family friendly.
Hey, it was cans, We brought cans to the woods.
Some like
Yeah.
bottles that we
Wasn't-
smashed
it
on the
wasn't-
ground.
We carried everything out with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the way home, I somehow convinced 2 other people to
Yeah.
lay in the road with me. We're going down the curvy mountain roads of Tennessee.
You were like,
And
pull over,
I was
pull
like,
over.
pull over right here, pull over. I didn't want to tell him because I figured he'd probably be like, no, we're not doing that. So I tried to make it look like I knew this spot and there was something cool over here or something. And just said, all right, guys, we're laying in the road.
Yep.
This is a thing. Another reason I wish we could have the phone thing working because I would love to have my friend Joe from my childhood, like just talk and verify this story about how, not like it's unbelievable, but when we were kids, when he would spend the night at my house, sometimes we would do the camp in the backyard thing, and in the middle of the night, just because we're like, I don't know, 8, 9 years old, somewhere in there. And we were given strict instructions, you do not leave this backyard. And so just being very minorly rebellious, I mean, it's not a big deal, but we snuck to the front yard and then we were like, let's go lay in the road. Like this is some forbidden thing that we were doing because at any moment a car could come down our residential street. And that began like a lifelong tradition of when I find myself alone and in the middle of the night on an open road, no headlights, I'm not like hopping out of the car and laying in the road, when there's trucks coming or something, but it's just been a thing that I've done. Like I used to do it whenever I was living in Nashville and I was going back and forth between Nashville and Maryville. I would do that a lot. Stop
Like
at the
on-
interstate.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. If it was late enough, yeah, you wouldn't have anybody. You couldn't see anybody in front of you or behind you, and just pull over the shoulder, take a little piss, give a look around,
Felt kind of a rush when laying down on the road there.
I felt kind of uncomfortable and scared.
Oh, she was upset. She was very upset.
Yeah, I think that's kind of weird. I gotta say, I don't think I'm down in the road.
Maybe just try it.
Just try it.
Just
Let's
try
go
it.
do it.
And you don't have to tell anybody.
go.
Just when you're by yourself, just cruising down, down I don't know, like
Right.
Old Gray Ridge or something.
I'm
Just
good.
do it by yourself. See how it feels.
I do enough things by myself. I don't need to do that too.
Listen to that Beatles song. That one.
Yeah, that's the title of it.
Okay.
What else? I feel like there was a bunch of shit. Like after the show last week, we were like, "Oh, we didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about this."
We went to Cracker Barrel.
Yep.
I went home.
And Nathan regretted getting blueberry pancakes.
So did I. Mine were
Oh,
burnt.
was it you that who regretted it? What the fuck?
All the
Something-
goodness of milk, all the
Something's playing an
deliciousness of
ad. I'm
Hershey's
sorry.
syrup.
There's nothing good about milk. Milk is
It'll
awful.
be over soon.
Except
There it
when
goes.
it's in
That was it.
Oh, Fox and Parrot. We went there, ate and drank.
Fox and Parrot.
Watched the World Cup
Huh?
and went tubing with Brad, and he left his swim shorts here.
Yep.
I think we've covered most of the good stuff.
We went.
We went-
No. One of the highlights was going and watching Nathan do his Aikido. That was
Yeah.
actually really cool.
There, so I don't know about it.
Yeah. We got to meet his sensei, and we totally understand why Nathan likes this guy so much. The first word that, well, yeah, the first word that came to my mind is attractive. Like he attracts you. You know what I mean? Like the way he talks, like you're like, I want to listen to this guy. And he's very soft. Like he I don't know, the way he talks to you is like he's giving you his attention, and it's like this is the first time I've had this conversation. This is not something I've said a million times and it's all rehearsed. He's like, I'm giving thought to the things I'm saying to you, You know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a really cool guy, man. And just watching him roll was really neat. We got to watch Nathan and the other. There was two other guys. His I don't know, what do you call them? Like classmates, or is there like a term for what they are?
No,
I don't know if there is, I missed it.
no, I mean, if they are above rank than me, I would call them senpai, and if they were below rank than me, I would call them kohai.
You had, and there was one guy in there that was also a student, but he was senpai to you,
Yeah.
right?
And then Michael was there too, right? The other guy in the Hakama, so he was above rank. But yeah, I don't know if there's we don't have a Japanese word that we use.
Right, for like class.
Student. Yeah, yeah.
So we got to watch them roll for a while, and they are basically just practicing these different techniques. So like, I guess it kind of starts as a grapple, and then one of them does a move and throws the other one to the ground. It all seems, well, for the most part, effortless. Yeah, obviously, like when someone's trying to learn the technique, it's a little more like slow movements and trying to figure it out. But then once they do it, it looks so fluid.
Yeah, it looks way easier than it is.
Yeah.
People,
that's what it seemed like, because I could see him demonstrate it. I could see your sensei demonstrate it, and it was like bam, 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 done. And then seeing you guys go through it, especially the younger one, or at least the lower ranked one. I don't know how anybody's age, but he was struggling with one, or a couple of them, but seeing, I don't know, it didn't. It's not like I'm better than you, you better than me. It's it's just a helpful thing. Like, here's what I'm having trouble with, and it's just quickly help. I'm going to help you with my knowledge through this, or if we need to, Sensei's going to help.
Yeah. The whole idea is it's a gatsu. It's the idea of overcoming ego. There's no like I'm trying to beat you down to prove how awesome I am, or I'm not competing with you in this. And it's a different thing. It's not a sport or a competition. It's a specific kind of martial art, really based around really self-development.
And actually, I felt kind of stupid at one point, because I mean, I was genuinely curious, and of course he responded, with respect. But I was like, so are there competitions in this where two fighters are actually like fighting and being scored or whatever? And he's like, no, that's not really, what we do and stuff. But ultimately, he said basically, if you had a competition of Aikido, it would just be two guys standing there waiting for the other to do something, because it's such a defensive martial art.
Yeah,
it's like there's no offense. I didn't see any offense. I don't know if there's some out there that just weren't practiced that day, but it seemed like it was all defense.
Yeah. There's not really offensive techniques.
And then the other cool part was that, like, halfway through, this dad came in with his sons, and they got started. That was their first night. Like, they're like, yeah, we're here to sign up. And then he just, I don't know what they were expecting, but he had them doing very rudimentary, just rolling. Like, started them out on their hands and knees and just roll over. I mean, it sounds easy, but he needed them to do it this certain way. You start with your elbow, and then the roll crosses over your shoulder blades, and and then you end up back where you started, or in the same stance that you started in.
Yeah.
Keep rolling and rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They were here tonight. Actually, they were in class tonight. That family. Yeah.
Did they progress any?
I have hope for them. Yes, they did.
Did the third boy start? Because it started out, it was the dad and the two kids, and then the other one wanted to join after that.
Oh, there was that's right.
3 kids.
Yeah, one of he was here the other night, but he wasn't here tonight. The one, so I don't know. Well, but that's cool. I'm glad you guys were into it. I know Brad was talking about looking for a dojo near you guys.
Yeah,
but
the closest one that's official is down in Melbourne, and it looks like there is one here in Cape Canaveral, but it doesn't appear to be part of the international, what's it called, Aikido something.
Yeah, USAF.
Yeah,
United States Aikido Federation. Yeah, I think it could still be a good school. You don't know. You'd have to check it. Yeah, that was really cool. I'm glad you guys came and watched and appreciated it.
Yeah, me too.
Happy. What's up, y'all?
So what?
What's up?
Just enthralled by this conversation.
How are you?
There's something we
No,
need to
but-
do.
What's that?
Well, in honor of Jerry's second appearance, there's something we need to do that he's never. been
We
able
gotta do the ritual spanking.
Okay.
Jerry, what we've never allowed you to be a part of, it's very prestigious. We need to do a word collection.
Whoa.
Oh,
I know you've heard them,
Becca's springing some shit on us.
and I feel like
Whoa.
it's very possible that while listening to it, with some, while you were sitting there listening to us painfully not be able to think of what verbs were adjectives. I'll bet a lot of time thinking about what you would say. So now you get to do that. It's your chance to
Great.
use. Oh, is he choosing all of them?
No,
Oh.
so choose to be a part of this very
Okay.
special moment. So
Becca was so bored with the Aikido discussion, she made up a whole game on the fly.
At least she had something to
She
do.
wrote
I
a
was sitting
whole
here-
ad lib out.
Whoa.
I wasn't bored. I just
Steve-O laughed so hard he killed the internet.
Oh, I didn't see anything. It all looked good to me.
Oh man, he is lagging bad.
Oh,
Claire,
really?
Netflix.
Steve-O's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, you guys are coming through just fine.
Okay.
Okay.
well, that's all that matters, really.
Yeah.
Just getting that little bit of echo. Oh man, that's probably coming through the stream.
That's coming through the
I mean,
stream.
Tom would have. I feel Tom would have said something.
If
I'm
he
not
was
sure
still
if
on.
Tom's still on. We have 2 viewers, and one of them is me. So I don't know who the other one is.
I'm surprised
That's fine.
Dave hasn't even looked at the stream yet.
Oh, he did. He did. He
He
was
did.
in there.
Says Dave is watching with you. I don't know if he is anymore.
Well, Dave, you sure are gonna love this next bit.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
so real quick, I want to make sure we get to it because next week it'll be so far in the past that I won't want to talk about it. But I do have like sort of a demonstration, but I want to talk about that launch today. So we can collect words, and I just want to make sure to talk about this.
Okay,
yeah, we
we'll collect
definitely
words.
need something in between the word collection
All
and
right.
I'm just
Word
throwing it in there.
into.
All right.
All
Word
right,
collection.
so this is we need the name of a person for this story to be about, and I
Dave.
think we okay.
Dave. Yeah.
Oh, I was
Let's-
gonna
let's
say
see
Elon
Dave.
Musk.
I would have put Dave anyway
Okay.
because this is about Dave.
So the collection of words that she approves of. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
No,
That's how
no,
it works.
no.
That's how it works.
I'm mostly fair
Yeah.
with this.
Mostly.
All right, I need a place. Go, 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 go.
Elkmont.
Um,
Sahara.
Campground. Elkmont Campground.
How about
Orgy
the towing?
den.
How about the towing and
den.
recovery museum?
Okay, that's actually that's really good. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
that's better than Orgy Den.
For now, it is.
Come on now.
I thought the Towing and Recovery Museum was an orgy den. I
Yeah.
mean, it probably brings all the chicks there.
Okay.
They're all old and bikers, but
Old bikers.
All right, I need an adjective.
okay. I don't want to sound stupid, but I'm going to. I need reminder of my elementary
Okay.
word
Okay,
usage.
this is great.
Okay.
An adjective is a describing word,
Okay.
Of a noun.
Like stupid.
like stupid.
Pimply.
Sweaty.
Keep going.
Crusty.
Schmelly.
Filmy.
Ooh.
Mm.
That's gotta be the one.
Okay, I'll go with it.
Yeah,
And now I need a noun, a person, place, or thing.
Twat.
Um,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, give me another noun.
Fart knocker.
Oh, what?
Fingernail.
Fart
Like-
knocker. Fart
Fart.
knocker.
Gar. Okay.
And then what was the other one?
Fingernail.
Fart knocking fingernail.
Okay, okay, this is good. I need 3 body parts. 3 of them, and not a fingernail because it's already been used.
Foreskin.
Weenus.
Oh no. Okay, give me another one.
Hypothalamus.
Anal fold.
Anal.
Foldy holes.
And give me one more.
Colon.
Vertical smile.
Large intestine.
I'm gonna do large vertical smile because I'm gonna combine those two.
Okay. Remind me of something. I got a story to tell that I heard after this about
Okay,
large
I got you.
intestines.
What
I
is it
gotcha.
about my word collections that remind everyone of stories they have to tell?
It's just vulgar. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're all dirty people.
give me 2 adjectives, 2 describing words.
Grungy.
Goopy.
Phlegmy.
It needs to be
Floopy.
better. It needs to be
Boopy.
better. Floopy.
Goopy. Boopy.
Try
boppy.
something like more high
Twisty.
school, less elementary.
Spinny.
Jelly.
Twisty. Boppy.
Schmegma.
You guys are
Dang, I haven't been to high school
Wait, what's
forever.
it supposed to be?
You said adjective, right?
Yeah, 2 of them, and I don't like any of them.
Adjective.
Fecally.
Fecally.
Fecally. No.
Swimmingly.
No.
Pickly.
Those are
Prickly.
You guys are doing adverbs over here.
Oh yeah, these are adverbs.
I'm gonna use prickly for one of them because it's okay.
Yeah, that is an adjective.
Goose pimples.
That is not in any way an
Goosey.
adjective.
Goosey.
Goosey's perfect.
With our
Loosey
power.
goosey.
Goosey. Okay, and now give me 3 nouns, and they better be the best nouns of your life.
Hitler.
Slave.
Hitler's mom.
Hitler, slave, and Hitler's mom.
Yes.
Hitler's mom is Hitler's blood slave. I mean,
Hitler's mom's slut slave.
Oh, that's just one.
Hitler's mom's slut slave. That's the last
Yeah.
one.
Okay, it can't be Hitler's mom. It has to be.
Hitler mom's slut slave.
Hitler's mom's slut slave.
No, it has to be. This noun in particular needs to be a noun.
You asked for a noun and we gave you a noun.
Trump's hair.
I need it
Nathan
to
Sensei.
something that's
It's
gonna be
sensitive.
funny.
Bernie
This-
Sanders ear
That is
hair.
funny.
It is funny by itself, but in the sentence it's going in, it's not.
Dongle.
I'm gonna say dongle. Okay, on to somebody else. Let's move on to a story so people forget that this has ever happened.
Okay. Well, hold on. Large intestine.
Yes.
I can't remember the name. There's one famous transgender person who really pushed hormonal treatment, trying to use hormones to become a woman.
Mhm.
And the hormones basically shrunk his/her penis so much that when her went for the sex change, there wasn't enough penis there to turn into the vagina. So they would go through his or her belly button and pull out some of his or her intestine and use that as the stand-in vagina.
I wonder how that feels.
Probably feel like
Yeah,
sex.
the real question. Yeah. Does it feel
I-
good?
Good story.
How close to the edge of your butthole does the large intestine go?
To the edge.
Normally, it
To
just
the-
rides all the way
All
through.
the way
I mean, it's
to the
The large intestine is just
all the way
a
to the
straight
end.
exit out of the body.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the colon is like the end of it, right? But it's
Yeah, sphincter
You
colon.
got your sphincter that holds all the
Intestine.
shit in.
I'm going to be Googling
Yeah,
a
large
picture of
intestine. And
this.
then is it small intestine after that? Yeah.
Another fun fact: the lining of your mouth is the same material as the lining of a vagina. Yeah,
Mm.
that's why I like chewing on my mouth.
Jerry,
On my cheeks.
Jerry, no.
Yeah, your dentist is like, you
look at these
get a lot of
cheeks.
sores in here.
Yeah,
I'm eating myself out.
God,
Oh my god, the slow motion.
He did it to the internet again. He did it.
somebody told me one time that your eyeball was also made of the same material as the vagina. And this dude who was like apparently some kind of scientist, he was like in college to be a scientist. He was like, your eyeball is the same material as the inside of your vagina. That's why when semen gets in your eye, it burns because it's trying to burrow in and impregnate your eye.
So
Oh,
Does
yeah,
it-
that's
Can't be
bullshit.
true.
So-
That's total bullshit.
sure girls would have said
Your
it
eye.
burns
Yeah.
whenever semen gets down there.
It burns when anything gets in your eye. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know that, but just based on his
You're
logic,
gonna try to
just,
sidestep.
I mean, your vagina would be burning. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah.
I
That's
think
not-
another point is I think sperm tries to wiggle into whatever is there. That's its sole purpose is to swim towards an egg and impregnate it. I think it's gonna try to get into anything that it gets
Yeah.
into.
it does go
That's why
straight
it
through.
finds. That's why they find it in such weird places.
It goes from the epiplopic appendages to the haustra to the sigmoid colon down the anal canal and straight out the anus. I've learned something new today.
Yeah, we've all learned something.
Listen to Verbal Salt. Get all your anus news here.
Little did you know, you're actually wiping your large intestine.
Steve-O, what do you want to talk
All
about?
right, can we do this now? I want to talk about the last 3 days, first of all, because, well, actually, I won't do that here. I got to share the screen real quick. Where's my button?
Share it.
Are you sharing?
Where's your
Ready to
button?
Share.
You look like you're
Got my
staring.
button. All right, now I got to find the right window. You guys
What's
can
that?
check out that badass GIF.
Yeah,
What's
what's going on?
You didn't see it from the beginning. The soccer player is rolling forever because he just here he goes. There's the beginning. He's rolling. Oh, he's hurting so bad. Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh, it hurts.
yeah.
Yeah, you've seen many like it, I'm sure.
Any faking.
So there's a picture of Peter Dinklage riding a scooter,
Rolling scooter.
rolling down the street in a scooter, and he's got like a hoodie on and sunglasses, and that was photoshopped into so many things. It is so awesome.
Okay, now history lesson. 6 months ago, SpaceX had a launch from Vandenberg. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, but the listeners can't see anything. So imagine I'm pointing at a place called Vandenberg Village.
I'm
say anything,
This is
but
roughly where Vandenberg Air Force Base is, which is one of SpaceX's
Outside
launch
Sacramento,
sites.
I think the internet's frozen.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Let's
Yeah.
go. Just go.
Yeah, as long as you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, so when that launch happened, it was about 30 or 40 minutes after sunset for LA. And this whole region in here. Okay, so they launched. Anytime they launch from Vandenberg, well, almost every time they launch from Vandenberg, they just go straight south because they use Vandenberg mostly for polar orbits, which means instead of like shooting the rocket off towards the east, they shoot towards the south, and it ends up a north-south orbit around the Earth. Right? It goes over the North Pole, the South Pole, North Pole, South Pole. So that took it on a trajectory that was pretty much directly south. And people from LA were able to look and see the second stage rocket plume illuminated by the sun, which had already set on the ground, but the rocket had risen up into sunlight. And what that did is it backlit the plume and gave this incredible show.
I remember.
Yeah, you guys probably remember. Oh, okay, right here. So all these pictures started coming out. And a lot of people, were like UFO, but a bunch of people got these pictures with their phones, and it looked like just this incredible sight. And I knew that it was possible to have one here, but what it would require is for us to have a launch, within like 45 minutes or so of sunrise. It has to be before sunrise. So looked through the schedule. Actually, probably at that time, I didn't even know, like there was no set date. But as the months go on, you start to see the dates start to firm up. And I noticed that there was one at roughly 5:40 a.m. on a day when the sun was rising at roughly 6:15, 6:20 here. So like this is the one, because we are, I just want to show if anybody happens to look at this.
Be the one.
So I've got this little pin right where we are. Actually, that's, okay, so I'm really kind of whenever I was planning for this, I was kind of going off just kind of my gut. Like I don't really have the ability to do the math that's required to figure out at what altitude would a rocket become illuminated if the sun is at this position or whatever. So I was just making some assumptions, but one thing I did know is that the rocket was going to be launching towards the northeast. And if I'm just barely south of it, I mean, like we live about 15 to 20 miles south of these launch pads. If that, some of them were even closer than that. But I knew that I'd be behind it, so I would not be able to get this side-on view like they had in LA because they were basically watching the rocket launch from right to left. Okay.
So what did you do? I saw a picture.
Mm-hmm.
How did?
Yeah, I'm getting to it. Don't try to rush me along, bro.
I'm the host. It's my job.
Okay. All right. So I picked a spot up here.
Good job, Robin.
I picked a spot up here. It's to the northwest of it, so I figured it's going to be launching northeast, and I'm going to be somewhat on the side of it to get a better view. And I chose this spot right here. I wonder if Jerry remembers this spot from when he was in Florida. There's a place down here called Mosquito Lagoon,
Mosquito Lagoon.
Been there.
It's where I
and
go
that is no joke, right?
So,
The mosquito in the name, that's not like a term of endearment. It's serious. That is, oh my God. So I chose this place, Seminole Rest, and I was like, I'm just going to walk out there in the middle of the night, even though I know that they're closed. But if anybody says anything, I'm taking pictures. You can run me off if you want to. I couldn't do it, man.
if you want, pig.
What? Oh yeah. So I could not do it. I didn't even get to where I was going to set up to take pictures, and I'm covered. They're all around me. I can't swat fast enough. I turn my light on my phone, and I've got
can't squat. man.
Why are you squatting?
Every time mosquitoes show up, I squat.
SWAT.
I need a squat.
SWAT fuckers.
Oh, SWAT.
And I look down at my legs, and there's at least 50 of them hovering around my legs. So I get the fuck out of there.
Oh.
And this fine officer that I happened to run into on the way out of there informed me of this product called
Bug spray.
Thermacell.
Thermacell?
Thermacell. You ever heard of it?
I have.
No. Fake skin? What is
No,
that?
it's this. Is the screen not working for you guys?
No,
No.
we
No.
can't
we
see the
can't
screen
see
at
it.
all.
No, we can't see it.
Oh. Well, that sucks. Well, anyway, it's a lantern that it's a lantern that well, fuck. It's a lantern that repels mosquitoes, and it does a fucking great job. I didn't have any of them near me at all, and I'm on the edge of Mosquito Lagoon.
Power.
Basically, the theory behind it is mosquitoes are attracted to your CO2,
Mm-hmm.
and the Thermacell basically counteracts the CO2 that you put out to
Make
To
them uninterested.
yeah. And they have ones that you can actually bracelets that you can wear, or a little clip that you can wear that has it basically does the same thing.
Mhm.
Well, this thing worked great, so I'm holding on to it. Okay, so with a run to Walmart and back, I didn't get to do any time lapse like I was going to. It's basically like within 20 minutes of launch time, so I quickly set up, and I end up getting this.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Oh, that's right, you motherfuckers.
No, I've
We're-
seen it.
We're
you
watching
got-
on
it's
the.
We're
But
watching.
our
It's on
listeners
Jerry's
aren't.
phone. It's on Jerry's phone.
That's why they should be watching
it
the
is.
live
There it is.
stream
We
on
see it.
Oh yeah,
Facebook.
we see it.
we
Yeah.
see it. It's an
that-
awesome fucking picture.
You took that picture, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I got a new lens a few weeks ago and been waiting for an opportunity to take a shot like this, and this just happened to be, this special alignment where the plume was going to be backlit. Now it's a little tough to see. Like in this, you can't really see what I saw on the ground because this is actually two exposures. So the yellowish orangish part was all one exposure, and then I released the shutter, or I closed the shutter and then opened it again for the rest of the flight, and then just stacked those together. The thing about long exposure is you're seeing all the light that happened for the entire like 2.5 minutes that I had the shutter open. Okay, so you don't end up seeing what it really looked like to me in an instant, right? And again, I can't show you what it did look like on the ground.
Is that like a 24 millimeter lens?
That is an 8mm fisheye lens.
Okay.
So very, very wide. Like before, the widest angle I had was 18mm. It was like the stock lens that comes with a Canon. So yeah, I knew I needed to get me a wider lens. That was what was killing all my previous attempts at taking those kinds of shots. I really wish I could show you guys this stuff. But I have some shots that just some other photographers around here took, and I can tell clearly that I was in a better spot for me for what I wanted to see. I was in a much better spot because everybody else they had shots of the rocket going away, you know, so it still looks neat, but I got to see it go like from right to left across my field of view, if that makes sense.
That's right.
It's very cool.
Space Ghost Steve squatting on you, motherfucker.
Squat to
Yeah.
Good question, Steve. Are you going to try to like publish this and copyright it to sell?
Well,
Soon he posts it. He owns it.
yeah, I definitely own it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna print out. I'm gonna get some prints of it for sure. I definitely want a print of it.
Yeah.
And I might get a bunch of prints, and then just if anybody says they want one and they mean it, I'll just be like, yeah, $10, it's yours.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
I'll take one.
Yeah. It
Take
looks
it.
like a picture you'd see if you were on like Zedge, the app on Androids for like wallpapers and ringtones and stuff. It looks like something you'd see on there, honestly.
It looks like a picture you'd see above Elon Musk's toilet, and he's taking a piss, and he's thinking about that arc, and he's like, "I'm gonna arc it right into that toilet." Perfect, straight to Mars.
Well, there's something else I wanted to show you, but I can't really show you because you can't see anything. But there's
Because podcast.
one of the many things that went up on this mission. This was, by the way, a supply run for the space station. They were taking up a bunch of supplies and science equipment and stuff. But they sent up this little ball AI machine named Simon, CIMON. And what it's supposed to do is float around inside the space station, and they're supposed to be able to ask it questions, and it's supposed to help them with any like it's like
ball.
if you could just
It's like the ball in
Star Wars.
no it's
I was
this.
thinking floating ball.
Listen
Oh, yeah,
it
I've seen that.
reminded me of this.
This mission is too
I was thinking
important.
We can't see the screen again.
No, you don't need to. All right, let me
Bay doors, Hal. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
right. You guys know that reference?
I do, but I
Sorry,
don't.
Dave.
2001: A Space
Yes.
Odyssey.
You got it. That's
It just reminds me that I wondered if Dave has more. Did he send us
Oh,
more
yeah.
voicemail?
Yes, I got a couple while I was talking. I'm sorry.
I just completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I saw a couple come in. So here, let me.
Let's
Yeah,
send more.
yeah, I'm pretty much done with that. So good timing.
much.
Wait, let me find the right fucking window. All right. Here we go.
Hey guys, I'm still waiting on you here, but I went ahead and I went inside. There's a lot of stuff in here. We're gonna need to take some time to record it all. I'll try to resist taking some pics. I don't want to spoil it for you when you get here, but I hope you get here soon because this place is gonna close. The guy says it's gonna take an hour tour or so. Okay, I'll talk to you. I'll see you when you get here. All right, see you. Bye.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't help you.
You know what?
Imagine what we did to that man, sending him to that museum.
I got a voicemail from Dave too, but the thing is, I lost the audio.
Oh,
I only
okay.
have the transcript.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's understandable.
So I'll
Alright.
just read it to you. This is what Dave called and said to me earlier. Hey, Becca, I'd like you to tell this story on the podcast. It's called My Most Embarrassing Moment by Dave. My most embarrassing moment happened when I got on a bus to go to the Towing and Recovery Museum. The bus was very filmy, so I stood up and held on to a twat. And at the next stop,
That's all you got to hang on to.
at the next stop, I saw a fart knocker get up. I ran over to grab his fingernail, but I accidentally jabbed my foreskin into his large vertical smile and broke his anal fold.
Wow.
And then it
Very
gets
embarrassing.
worse.
Oh.
And then, as I was apologizing, the bus came to a prickly stop.
Oh, no. The worst kind.
Quickly stop
It
the bus.
cost me
Rice
to,
butt sex.
it caused me to drop my slave and
Huh.
fall on top of a goosey lady who was carrying Hitler on her lap. My dongle was red that day.
Hitler, he's just everywhere these days.
Man,
He's
can't get away
everywhere.
from
Can't
him.
Get away from him.
The
Oh.
goosey lady. Well, Dave, I made sure that one got out for you. You're welcome.
Did he have another one after that?
Yeah, there was one that came in like right away.
One more?
Hey
Okay.
guys, the sweeping guy for the museum place here, his name's Stink Eye. So he's, I guess we're getting close to closing time. We probably missed the opportunity to do the hour tour. Really, I don't know where you guys are at. This was the plan. I mean, unless we were supposed to be here at the time at a different time zone, I don't know. But we're still on Eastern, I'm pretty sure. I took a couple pics. I'm gonna keep those in case you guys don't make it. We got something for the show. All right, well, what do you get here unless this guy kicks me out? I'll talk at you later. See you, bye.
Sounds like he was long enough to. He was there long enough to take the 3-hour tour
Yeah.
and get lost.
Yeah.
With his Gilligan hat.
Gilligan, yeah. He,
Okay, yeah, I guess he sent me those pictures. I
he's
guess
so
he
bad
just,
for this old man. He really will.
just wanted
He-
to tease us.
Yeah, I guess
He just
Yeah,
doesn't
let's-
get a clue.
he sent
Dude, one thing
pictures.
you can say about Davis, he's easy to fool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
And
He
he
respects
will
his
stay there the
history.
whole time.
gullible Gilligan.
Till
That's what we call him.
close.
loyal. He'll wait around for you for hours and hours and hours.
Boy, I wish you guys could see these. These are some very classic tow trucks.
The most
They're
classic.
so classic. Wow.
Oh wait, I do see it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's weird that we
That's
can see the
beautiful.
stream and what you're
Yeah,
showing.
because my internet it seems to be doing okay.
Stream. Whatever.
So I had a friend when I was in my early 20s that I worked with. He had a fascination with garbage trucks, and
I see it.
we always kind of thought it was just a phase. But you know how you do through Facebook, you connect with people after years, and I connected with him after 16, 17 years. And the dude literally owns a company where he restores garbage trucks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's so happy,
He
isn't he?
is.
Yeah, that's awesome
Loving
as
life.
shit.
Yeah.
I love that.
My uncle has always loved airplanes, and he has worked for, I guess, American Airlines for his entire adult life. He loved airplanes when he was a kid. I mean, do what you love, you know?
I mean,
Yep.
I loved pizza when I was a kid.
And yeah, and he worked
What?
with it for your
Worked
entire
with it.
I
life.
love talk radio, and here
Look
we
at
are
him.
now.
Yeah.
Look where you are now.
Look where
I
we
love
are now.
poetry.
Oh,
Do
That's-
you?
do you love poetry?
Segue. There's no freaking way. What time is it? How long is this the I'm gonna wait till you say it's time.
It's time.
Okay. Oh,
Fart
this,
noise.
okay, I guess. No.
Fart
No.
noise.
This one is called
Fart noise.
The Hour Tour in a Different Time Zone.
Hmm.
There's a big chunk missing out of this that I was waiting for some good stuff. So we're just going to see if it ties
Man,
together here.
what were you trying to make an epic poem out of this? Was that what you were trying to go for?
Yeah.
You know how this
She
works.
thought there'd be
I
more
know how it
in the middle.
works.
When I hear something, I hear the first sentence that I want in my poem, and I put it somewhere on the piece of paper that I think that it's
You
going
got
to
a
be.
bigger notebook too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had it for a while.
No, oh, I thought you had a small one or something. Oh, okay.
Get a smaller notebook. Your poetry will be longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The population has been replaced, a rank below what it was. But the world will not stop. Business will be done. Sports and competition. Take the time to learn and use your knowledge of yourself. Piss on the fire and the whole world would be saved. The more rehearsed the movement, the better the fight. So, are you here to sign up?
It's like that recruitment video at the beginning of Starship Troopers.
That would be scary.
It flowed very nice.
To be
Yeah.
partnered up with what's his name's son? Was it
Jake Busey?
Jake Busey.
Yeah, he's
Jake
cool. I met him.
Busey. Becca has a picture with him. Teeth and everything.
Hmm.
Mostly teeth.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for the podcast. Thank you, Jerry Redacted, for coming once again.
I'm here to save the day.
Even though it's late, you're still here to save the day. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you to Haywood Banks for our theme song, even though Jerry hates it.
And
What?
they put it
Okay.
on the last
We're
several
looking
episodes.
at you in anger.
Okay, that's cool. But I don't hate it. I'm just
Is it not how you feel?
what?
This can be
Is
the
it not how you feel about life? I think it describes
He feels,
things
Oh,
very well.
yeah, he feels like he's right about everything he says.
No, I know I'm not right about everything. My wife tells me all the time.
This will be the one episode that Haywood Banks listens to.
I
And
can't.
He's gonna
I
listen
can't
to it
even-
all the way
I cannot
through.
afford to think about that.
Yeah.
He's gonna message Becca. Yeah, that Jerry guy. I just don't know about him. We're
Yeah,
gonna have to
he
get to it.
just shows up.
Oh.
He's like, "Yeah, Jerry. No, he's out."
Never play my theme song again.
If Haywood Banks contacted me and said, Jerry has to be, you have to get rid of him, I would be
Okay.
like, okay.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Jerry, sorry. Haywood Banks just messaged me on Twitter.
Sorry, Haywood.
So, yeah, it's gotta
Bye.
let you go.
Becca's giving you some skeptical snake
I did.
eyes.
Yeah, I just realized you were joking. What? How did he even hear?
So many emotions.
Live.
All at
Yeah.
once. Yeah, rate us on iTunes. You
iTunes,
know,
subscribe to
Patreon.
us
Finishing each other's
anywhere
Say hi.
that we get podcasts. Subscribe to us there.
Leave
Check
us a voicemail at 865-316-6955.
Yeah.
Somebody repeat that.
865-316-6955.
Very good. Wow.
Love that. That's
Wow.
yeah, infomercial
We might be
speed.
able to actually understand that.
All right. Thank you, everyone. See you next week.
See ya.
Blues.